I've been promising to record this. Yes, a Star Trek rewatch for the old pops. Not a big Trekkie, but enjoying the experience. Encouraged by many of you out there. I am in season 2, episode 3. This one's called The Changling. And man, I tell you what, this episode makes me like really dislike the Star Trek motion picture even more because I feel like so many of the story elements are sort of copied, and I was sort of like, wait, didn't we just have an episode in season 1 that was very similar to this, where it was the uh arc is it archons, right? That just there was already a malfunctioning robot in that one, and it feels like, wait, are we just plagiarizing themselves now? Is that what we're doing? So yeah, they basically have this, intense interaction with this after this distress call. The shields are deactivated with this long cylindrical object basically attacking them. Kirk basically tries to open fire, but nothing is sort of like working because it's just absorbed by this object that ultimately just comes aboard. And it's just this little tiny contraption that the prop makers made. And it was okay. What I think was really cool was how they would shoot it so that it would look like it was moving around. Like they did a really good job with that part of it. And it's just basically an episode of them interacting with it. It's called NOMAD, refers to Kirk as, quote, the creator. And during this process, they're discovering that it's a probe that was launched, during our time, and that they think that Kirk is this famous scientist who is a real scientist named Jackson Roy Kirk, which to me is where this came from. It just becomes something that someone came up with an idea of this 21 cent. I don't know. We feel like we're just repeating the same story arc that was done before. And then the fact that they did it again for the movie, I get really irritated with this. Then we have it just keeps going, and then it attacks Ahura. And you know how I feel about Ahura. Ahura's like, she's like protect. She should no, nothing should happen to Ahura. So I was irritated. And it was like she's singing, it takes her voice away. It doesn't like it, and then is think about music takes away, and then she basically, so they're going to repair her. Basically they're going to try to figure out a way of doing it, but she can't get fixed totally. Spock does his little mind meld thing again. Isn't that kind of a stretch? Isn't that kind of a reach? The Vulcan mind meld thing is working on like a robot. Like, again, it was one of my pet peeves with the motion picture. Like, he can somehow use his Vulcan ability to just interpret the computer programming, the ones and zeros of the little robot. It felt really, really weak in pretty much every layer. It does attack Scotty as well. Like, I mean, we're getting out of hand, man. You're not giving me anything I like. All my characters I love. You're attacking them. You're doing all this crazy stuff. Anyway, there's a final confrontation where, because Kirk is the creator, they use a certain realm of logic. Yeah, he's vaporized people. They can use this realm of logic that, I can't make mistakes. I'm the creator, but I did make a mistake, blah, blah, blah. And that's what gets them out of the thing. So I don't get it. I really thought, I don't know. This is way too early on in the season to have like a filler episode, but it feels like a filler episode. It was kind of, so to me, it was very shoddy. I didn't like this at all. I thought this was a knockoff of a season 1 episode. I feel like it's just a very generic premise. The Nomad instrument doesn't feel like it is big enough or impactful enough to be a 21st probe. It feels very generic because obviously it's a prop department construction, right? It's not it's not based on a probe like the Voyager probe, the Vigor probe from the motion picture was. So everything about it, yeah, this is them trying to reprogram my girl Uhura, cat kind of stuff. Like, no, 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 ridiculous. So everything about this felt, I was very let down. I was pretty disappointed. So I'm not going to say it's among the worst, but it's kind of among the worst. I mean, I'm only watched, nothing compared to how many episodes there actually are, but So there are 70 or something episodes. This would be in my bottom 10 for sure. This was really not a very good. I don't even understand. I really don't even understand how Nomad is as powerful as it is if it was constructed so long ago that it didn't seem like it was easily explained that that would make sense, that it could um it could enhance its own ability, basically, that it needed to take out the what they called it, aren't we, the biological infestation or whatever we are, but it somehow was able to adapt itself and realize that is this alien concept is, combined with it, so therefore it molds the whole. I don't know. That's a stretch, man. That's a stretch. It's like a bad evil Wally meets its mission, puts them together. I don't know. Weak tea, my friends. Weak tea. Now, I'm no Trek expert. You guys may think this is the greatest episode ever. You may think that Nomad is a cool villain, or at least antagonist, whatever you want to call it. I think that there are at least they give you a little bit of a tease that Uhura's fine, Mr. Scott's going to be fine, all that's good. But yeah, I don't know. Did enjoy it. Not one of my favorites for sure, but definitely did the video, and hear from you next time. Pops.
Thank you for tuning in. We hope